Hey there, it's Ryan Haley with Atlantic Shores, and welcome back to the podcast. Today I thought I would take a page out of the book of one of my mentors, Mr. Tom Ferry, who is, as many of you know in the real estate world, keeps being ranked year over year as the top real estate coach in all of real estate. And actually beyond that, when it comes to the coaching world, he's very well respected, but somebody I've followed for a number of years, gotten to know pretty well, and somebody I go to when I'm looking for advice in the real estate market. And he recently did a topic on ways to increase productivity for individual agents in preparation for 2020. So what I wanted to do was share with you some of those items he went over to help you increase your productivity here in 2020 to ensure that you meet all of your goals, that you are able to be successful, and when you look back at the end of 2020, you have a great year. So the first one I thought I would start off with is adding more lead sources. You know, when you need to sell real estate and you need to get listings, you need to have inbound lead sources. And what we find is that the average agent today may have one or two, maybe three different lead sources. But the top real estate agents have anywhere from 4 to 6 to 10 different lead sources, different pillars of business that they're going to be able to turn to ensure they've got new leads coming in. Different examples of these lead sources would be, online leads. What's your strategy for online leads? Your database. Are you effectively working your database? Your sphere of influence. People that you know and know you in the community. Do you have a plan to be able to stay in touch with those people? Geofarming. Picking particular areas. A lot of times it's common for a real estate agent to pick the location they live in and geofarm that particular area to try to find sellers and buyers in that location. There's lots of opportunities out there, but what I have to ask you is, do you have enough lead sources to ensure that 2020 is going to be your best year? The second item I wanted to go over here was better conversion processes. Sometimes we produce so many leads as agents, but it's one thing to have the leads if you're not going to actually work those leads and convert them. So what does your conversion process look? Do you have a system in place for every lead that comes in? Do you have a time frame that you need to follow to make sure that you get back to that lead? Is it multifaceted? It's combined with the phone and text and email to ensure that we're reaching people the way they want to be reached. So making sure that we have the best conversion process in place. Then going on to the next topic here is possibly adding an assistant. If you have been in the business for a while and you find that the majority of the work you're doing is assistant type work, it may be the time for you to go out and get some help. Or align yourself with a company that already provides that assistant and or admin support. That's something that we've really strived to do for our agents. And we have 3 full-time staff members, plus a courier, lockbox sign gentleman, who's assisting all of our agents so they can be doing the most dollar productive activities. And that's being on the phones and prospecting and face-to-face with buyers and sellers. Another item along those same lines would be a full-time marketing coordinator. This might not be in everybody's budget, but it's something that's extremely important. If you want to stand out as a real estate agent, marketing is something you need to focus on. It's another thing we have at Atlantic Shores. We have a full-time marketing person on site who is there to support the company with marketing, additionally to support our agents with their marketing efforts. So that's something you might want to consider. What kind of marketing coordinator do you have in place? A few more things here. Adding better software. What does your software and systems look like? What CRM are you using? What email platform are you using? Are you familiar with Canva? If you don't have a full-time marketing coordinator and you're going to be doing some of your own marketing, look into Canva. Canva it's a free platform. You can pay additionally to get some more different templates and whatnot. But I mean, anything you'd ever want to do from a marketing standpoint, whether it's banners for websites or photos for Facebook, Instagram, everything can be created essentially for free on Canva. So that's something you want to look at. What about Dotloop? What about DocuSign? Are you using a video email platform? These are all things that the real estate agent of today has to juggle and balance and needs to have in place to ensure that you are being as productive as possible. And whether you go out and get it yourself or you align yourself with a company and or team that already has this and can do training on it, that might be the other option. If you just don't have the time to investigate all these options, align yourself with a team/company that has them in place, which will make you more productive. Checklists. Here's another one. This is number 6. Checklists. Checklists for everything. You need to have a process and a system for everything you do in your day-to-day business in real estate. A checklist for new listings, a checklist for a new buyer that comes in, how do you stay in touch with them? A checklist for your closings, a checklist to make sure that you have all your signage and flyers and lockboxes in place. Checklist. That's going to make you much more productive. And then the last one, which is not necessarily a system, but something that Tom talks about that you really need to focus on, and I agree 100% right now, especially with the state of the market here. I think we'd all be helping each other out if we all focused on this, but that's adding more listings. You know, the whoever lists the most property typically wins. So you need to make sure that you have a system in place to be generating more listings to ensure that you're successful in a market where there's a lack of inventory. So if you have a lot of buyers and you can't find the right property, that's not going to do you any good. But if you have a listing, that's something that you can leverage and allows you to stand out and be successful here in 2020. So there you have it. There's 7 items that I believe will help your productivity here in 2020 to ensure you have the best year ever. If there's ever anything I can do to assist you with your real estate business and or have any questions or you just want to chat, look me up. It would be my pleasure to spend some time with you. Thanks again for your time today. And until next time, make it a great day.